2-minute Tuesday. No, it's going to be 2-minute review. A very short and simple comparison between the two Manfrotto microphones. The first weakness of the bigger model is that, as you can see, that now it is currently mounted on it. When you shake the table or the surface, the cameras that it is on with the tripod on it, it shakes, it wobbles a little bit. So if you need a very steady tripod, go for the smaller one. Okay, that would be the first weakness of the larger ones. Okay, now these two obviously differs in sizes. This is a smaller one, this is a bigger one. This one had issues while I was trying to put my Canon R6 Mark II with the Tamron 17-35, or maybe you would go with the Canon 16-35. This one, the head cannot handle it that well. Okay, and for these two, the other differences is that this one use a simple press to change the head orientation, which is really cool and really simplifying things around. While this one, you'd actually have to twist it out, and then the head is going to loosen up, and you're going to have to tighten it up back just to make sure that it stays in place. But it can handle larger and heavier cameras, and with this one you can actually twist it around so that it would go to the side, so the camera can be totally vertical and still be a little bit more stable. While this one, you cannot change the orientation of the ball head to go fully vertical because it's stuck at about 45-degree angle to the diagonal side. So another differences between the two. This one is definitely more expensive than this one, and this can open up until this and only this configuration, while the larger one can open up to this configuration, and you can actually go a bit lower. Just flip a switch over here and it can open up wider so that you can put your camera lower on the ground or on the surface as compared to this one. Okay, and the other thing that this thing can do, the larger version or the version 2 can do, is that you can actually extend the leg just a teeny bit more. But this button here, you press it and you pull it down, and you can pull it down and you can pull another one down, and this is gonna stand up a bit taller than your usual configuration, while this one cannot. Now, if you have a larger camera and larger lenses, this is definitely the one to go for, as this cannot hold the camera steady. The ball head is going to turn around and slide down bits by bits when you have that larger camera on it or a larger, heavier lenses on it. If you want something small and simple, definitely this one, but only if your camera weight allows it. Okay, so there you have it, a very short review of the two, a very short comparison or differences between the two. Now remember, this one, it wobbles a little bit, and that's about it. It can, however, do complete vertical shooting, vertical orientation. You can change the configuration of the leg to go a bit shorter or a little bit longer, and you can change the configuration here with this switch to go and open up and go even lower, closer to the surface. So and you'd have to twist and turn this knob over here to tighten up the ball head, while this one is much smaller, easier to carry around, easier to maneuver, as you have to actually push one button and you can just change the movement of the tripod. And it is smaller, it cannot hold larger cameras. I'd say cameras like the 5Ds or 6Ds, or maybe the larger professional bodies would have issues with these smaller ones. And another thing I forgot to mention is that the newer version of the Manfrotto PIXI Evo, you can actually mount the camera with this, the tripod mount. You can flip around this switch just to you see this switch to properly mount it on a camera, so which is actually very useful. You see this thing here? You can mount cameras or lighting fixtures easily. Very useful in my opinion. As for this one, you'd have to twist and turn whatever it is that you're mounting on this thing. Either you twist the tripod or you twist the camera up above. So those are the things, some of the things that you have to keep in mind if you are planning on getting either one of these. Okay, remember, larger camera, go for this one. Smaller ones, I highly recommend this one. It's the easiest thing to mount, smallest thing to carry. And okay, so that will be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.